Up the arse joke, we have our second female contestant of this evening. Yeah, I think we can do a little bit better than that. Let's have a massive round of applause and welcome to the stage the wonderful, the hilarious Miss Donna Wills. Here she is.
Start the clock.
Woo! We all heard about the cat in a bin story that hit the headlines this week? About the woman from Coventry who threw a cat in a bin and was left for 15 hours. How do we feel about that? How do we feel about that? She said she did it because her dad's in hospital. Should have just bought some flowers. Dad, I bought you some flowers. Dad, I bought you some grapes. Dad, I threw a cat in a wheelie bin. Probably can't tell. I was a massive slag at school. Thank you. 23 stone. I was disgusting. I'd run out of breath after a fart. My sister, on the other hand, was really slim and pretty, and I felt quite inadequate growing up compared to her. To be fair, I wasn't in a wheelchair like she was, but I was just as lazy. She's still very attractive, actually. She's a real foxy lady. By that I mean she eats babies.
One card.
I was so big, kids used to smoke behind my arse when the bike shed burnt down. I was so big, kids who didn't have dogs blamed me for eating their homework. I was so big that in the school performance, I was cast to play an entire plague of locusts, sent by God to devour all of Egypt's crops. There isn't a plague of locusts in The Sound of Music, I checked. Parents were advised to arrive early to avoid disappointment. My parents arrived 3 hours early and still thought it was shit. Maybe because they'd arrived 3 hours early. Anyone else have a hard time at school? Any awful nicknames? Do you have any awful nicknames, sir? No? Really? Nothing about the face? I had a rhyme made up about me. A rhyme. Went a little something like this. Danna, Danna, fat punana, ate her mum and ate her nana. Whatever. I didn't eat my mum or my nan. I remember one of the most embarrassing things you could do at school was accidentally call a teacher mum. You know. You called a teacher mum! You called a teacher mum! Oh, shame! That means you're gay! That means you fancy your mum! You're right, dinner lady, calm down. As a kid, I used to think there were monsters under my bed. Ooh. Turns out it was just my uncle. Thank you for the round of applause. My dad's a black cab driver. I don't think he's my real dad. I sadly lost my mother quite recently. Turns out she was just in the garden. In a shallow grave. My grandma recently had her 80th surprise birthday party. Don't mean her 80th surprise birthday party. She's a smart woman. She would have seen a pattern eventually. I mean, it was a surprise for us because we thought she'd be dead at 60. Went to a mate's hen party in Magaluf in May. It was awful. Really, really awful. We started off at Mambo's where Sam got off with the barman and they got caught shagging in the toilets. And Emma threw up all this blue sick because she drank too many WKDs. It was really, really awful. So we got chucked out and Melissa got all leery with the bouncer and tried to climb into his back, so we had to leg it, and I lost my shoe. It was really, really awful. So we went down to the beach like 2 in the morning and Tanya was all like, oh, should we go in naked? And we were like, yeah, yeah. And Beth drowned. It was awful. I mentioned briefly that I was a slag at school. Partly true, I was actually homeschooled. made up an imaginary boyfriend, but he didn't like me very much. So I made up another, but he ran off with my best mate. Didn't bother making up a third, I'm not desperate. Got a real boyfriend now. We,
Donna Will's there. Yeah. I lost a bit of concentration once she said she was a slag. She's not big, is she? Yeah, fuck me. That's a supermodel in Newcastle, isn't it, darling? Fucking wonderful. Big round of applause for Donna Wills, our second finalist this evening. God bless her. That was wonderful and a little bit fucking sexy, I think. Rather fucking nice. No, you know, because the big girls are the ones that are always in bed. They're always really fucking grateful. So, but anyway, maybe not. Okay, I'll best fuck off before I'm starting to get red card.